Hey, the Wegovy pill can quiet the cravings, but today you're going to learn exactly what to build on top of that. It's called discipline. So the expense turns into real performance, not just the crutch that controls the hunger. Today, live on the Christmas Eve experience on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, Melissa, Jimmy, Jericho, and the entire team. And it starts right now, live. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up.
Building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
Be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good? That's
Doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Christmas Eve edition of Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. I think Johnny's not going to be here today. Johnny had a little internet issue, so I suspect it's going to be Keith solo with some guests coming up on the show here today. Hey, guys, where we still get up and get after it because these audience goals, these audacious goals, these big goals, these goals we have. Hey, listen, we got to wake up. So yeah, wake up, grab a coffee, have a conversation, help you guys start your day. This is your live morning show for real talk, motivating content, and entertaining conversations. We go live every single day, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. Of course, before that, Matt Roof gets it started at 7:30 Eastern time over here on the Kindness Rising Mornings in the Lab live networks. Hey guys, before we get after it, I got an invitation for you. Here's some standard reminders. Let's get after it. Let's like the channel. Let's subscribe to the channel. Let's drop a comment. Let's share the channel with your friends. Let's give YouTube the signals that you like the show. Let's give YouTube the signals that you enjoy the show. Let's give YouTube the signals that you want to promote the show. So, hey, I also want to see where you guys are joining us from here today. So come join the comments in the conversational community over here with Melissa Neiman and the gang. Where are you coming from here today? And we're curious. Do you even like this time of year? Yeah, I'm asking. Good morning, Holroyd. We got Adam Holroyd in the comments this morning. Good to have Adam out there in Eastern Canada this morning. And I'll put up my hand first, and I will say that I have mixed feelings about the next few days. But I can tell you this, headset on, in front of the microphone, in front of the camera, hat on. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling in my spot, and we are here to get after it. Hey, guys, just a reminder, this is an R-rated experience. Sometimes it becomes X-rated. If you saw yesterday's show, we had producer Jimmy in the back of let's just say in the back of a pickup truck. Yeah, doing some crazy shit. So I'd invite you to go back and listen to yesterday's show. So if the kids are in the room, you might want to tell them that there's a sex ed class happening live right now on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, and Jimmy as well. Or just get them out of the room and tell them that there's language that might offend them. And hey, even during the holidays, our non-negotiable stance. So you heard the science yesterday. You don't want to sleep in. It's going to mess your brain up. Don't hit the snooze button. No, you're going to be 9 minutes behind. This is the time you actually don't want to be hitting the snooze button. Think about this. I'm just got a little bit of an analogy for you to consider right now. So, I'm thinking that the Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryants, the Wayne Gretzkys, the Stephen Currys, the elite athletes of our time and of our times, the Tom Bradys of the world that obsess over practice. I'm thinking that the days like today, when everybody else is sitting back going quiet, well, they're out there putting in a few extra reps. True mother story. And that's what we're doing here in the lab as well. Hey, coming up on the show here today, guys, hour one, morning loop. That's where we get after what's happening in the world. Trending conversations of the day. It's Santa. Yes. That's one thing I do believe in with Christmas time, guys, is Santa. The magic of Santa. And we're going to have the conversation about the magic of Santa here today. Not is Santa coming to town? No, I mean the real parenting chess match, the truth about Santa. Yes, keeping the magic alive, the magic of Christmas, the magic of Santa. And I got to tell you, I checked NORAD this morning. Hey, Brooks, I know you're tuning in this morning. I checked NORAD today, and I see that Santa is on his way. So children, if you're in the show right now, children, and your parents haven't kicked you out, you got to call your parents out on the idea that they keep telling you BS. Santa's up there. He's going to be at your house delivering gifts later tonight, so we got to get to bed early. But guys, how do we keep that magic alive? Yeah, without cashing out the kids' trust. We're talking about it coming up on the show here today because there's those parental moments we have where the kid asks questions and we're like, how are we going to answer that one today? Mom, Dad, where did my sister come from? Well, that's the conversation. Santa brought the kids. And then we're going to slide into other current conversations happening around the world. Hey, we got an AI guy coming up on the show here today. What's going on, Pedro? Good to see you there. And I got Mike Sullivan as well. Deepfakes are getting so good, that my eyes told me it's real. It's fascinating because it's becoming a considerably risky strategy looking at our eyes. So I have some advice on how you might be able to discover and get into what a deepfake image is as we move forward with the world of ridiculous AI content. And apparently, the contrast to this, hey Neiman, I was putting this together yesterday. The contrast was not lost upon me. Apparently, consumers are starting to prefer AI-enhanced photos over reality. So, Petro, this is fascinating to me, man. On one hand, you got humans that are saying, no, I can't tell if it's real or if it's fake. And then on the other hand, humans are like, well, you know what? I like the fake stuff better. I don't want the real stuff. I want fake. Yeah, it's quite fascinating, actually, because we got the one hand real, one hand fake. Consumers are apparently preferring fakes. Yes, Sophia, do you hear that? Do you hear what I'm talking about, Sophia? Because I'm telling you right now, people are apparently preferring the AI-enhanced photos, and we're going to have that conversation coming up as well. And hey, guys, if you leave me comments in the Mornings in the Lab community, what's going on? Good time. I see you out there. Merry Christmas Eve. Happy Festivus. Now I can give you guys voice replies. Yeah, because I know you all digging my voice. I know you all come onto the show because you want the sultry sounds of the handsome chief. Well, now, apparently, YouTube expanding voice replies and adding more AI tools for creators, which means the comment section on our channel is about to get better because the handsome chief is going to be chatting stop. Yes, and podcast advertising hitting this, okay, this is serious money now, moment as the industry creeps towards the $3 billion range, which explains why every show you listen to suddenly has a quick message from our sponsor. Here's the thing, though, in my experience. Man, there's so many fucking podcasts that are boring. People just haven't caught on yet. Oh, man, I talked to a cool dude yesterday, Don Tyler. Man, streaming F1 live behind-the-scenes meta shit inside of places like Fortnite and Roblox with a complete, you know what? I can't even describe it. Don, if you're tuning in right now, brother, I love the work you're doing, and I'm eager to get back in conversation with you and do some really cool shit along the way. Hey, center stage coming up today, guys. Al Kushner. Yeah, I'm sure we got a boring conversation coming up. All kidding aside, stop pitch slapping, how AI turned a cold caller into a LinkedIn authority machine. And if you've ever sent a message and immediately felt like you needed to apologize for existing, this is the conversation for you. We're talking about what to say, how to show up, how to use AI without sounding like a robot wearing a blazer. We're going to have some fun with Al Kushner coming up on the show here today. And hey, hour two. Yes, we're going to have a conversation with, I figured we'd have it with Johnny, but Johnny's not here today, so I'm going to have it with you guys. The Wegovy pill launched this week, or coming up, in the new year, $150 for the pill. But really? Really? So just let me understand this. You're trying to build a $1 million, multi-million dollar performance business around your life, and you're just going to sacrifice it with a $150 pill? Yeah. Is that maybe just the definition of shortcuts? I don't know. We're going to get into it today. And hey, it makes us looking at the idea that the way that a serious man looks at tools, if something could change your appetite, your energy, your recovery, your focus, your sleep, your weight, your confidence, well, the question becomes practically brutal. Hey, what does it cost? What does it return? And what does it replace in your life? And then we're going to pivot to a conversation that's linked to the hard truth of the new Odyssey movie launching later this week with Matt Damon. Done by Christopher Nolan. Will your son wait for you? Yeah, the hard truth of the new movie that no one thinks about. True story. Hey, what's going on? Exceptional Bussy. This guy is like the Undertaker if he was a Canadian with too many head injuries. Exceptional Bushy. I am a Canadian. Yeah, true story. Hey, and if you got some time coming up, guys, we got a Did You Know segment, which is going to be a lot of fun. We got a morning focus monologue, which is a Christmas note from me to you, and then Community Corner. Maya Reyes joining us with some fun stuff, and we're going to get after it coming up here because, guys, the morning loop. Hey, Grim. Grim Rotten, Exceptionally Bushy. Where are you guys joining me from here today? And then we got Mike Sullivan. Gary Fee has said live shopping, like similar to the Home Shopping Network, is the future. Yes, Sullivan, I can tell you right now, we got shopping coming in the future to the Mornings in the Lab live network. Jimmy and Melissa are like, oh, do we? Yeah, we do. We got shopping coming sometime in the new year. Actually, we're going to do some shopping stuff coming up for sure. So Grim, Exceptional, where are you joining us today? Because I invite you guys to strap in, put the seatbelt on. Let's get ready. Jimmy, are you ready with the buttons? Because, hey, the morning loop starts right now.
Nation, yesterday proved it again. Give a man a pickup truck, and he turns the highway into a science experiment.
The truck is hauling ass, and somehow everybody involved looks confident, like chaos is a personality trait you can train.
That's the theme today. Shortcuts feel powerful until the bill shows up. Then you realize you were just moving fast.
Powerball is the same drug. 6 numbers, 0 reps, maximum fantasy. Then Monday hits, and you still hate your calendar.
And now the new shiny object, the $150 Wegovy pill. Quiet food noise, sure, but it won't build your systems.
Because if you were drifting before, you'll drift cleaner. Less cravings, same excuses, just better lighting on the laziness.
So we're live, fellas. Are you buying shortcuts or building reps? Drop one word in chat.
And listen, Melissa, if the conversation later starts to drift,
Jimmy's got the truck ready to roll.
If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go back to yesterday's show. Maybe about the 35-minute mark, 40-minute mark. There's Jimmy in the back of a pickup truck. Just saying. And he's got a colleague. No, he's got wrong choice of words. Not a colleague. Jimmy's joined in the back of the pickup truck. Yeah. And they're just holding on to the string. Pretty good. Hey, you guys can join the show. This is live right now. We're opening the phone lines up. We're going to open the phone lines up for the entire show today, you guys. The entire show. Johnny's absent today, so it's going to be me and the phone lines and you. 431-300-3005. 431-300-3005. 3005. Jimmy, you should bring that video up from yesterday, man. We got to put it on the screen again, I think. I think that might be a classic that we pull up here on the show nonstop. 431-300-3005 will get you into the show. I see you, Grim Rotten. I see your comment. I would love to hear what you have to say about this. So I asked Grim where Grim's from. The U.S., sadly, and my prez is a, pedophile. Your words, Grim. Hey, dude, listen, it's an interesting time we're living in. There's no question about it. And, we seem to have labels for everything. So that just might be a label you're going to put on the leader of your country. Sure, if that's the label you want to go. We got John Petra coming in saying Curry, Jordan, Gretzky, Brody, Brady, Petro, Marty McSorley. Hold on. You know that song where one of us doesn't belong? Okay, let's just do the math here. Curry, Jordan, Gretzky, Brady, Marty McSorley. And to those of you guys that are following hockey in your life, you will know the humor within that comment. Yes, you're absolutely right there, Petro. Most definitely getting after it. All right, so listen, let's kick it off with this one. The truth about Santa. So first of all, Jimmy, before you get the opener up here, man, I just want to put this on the table for everybody listening in right now. Do you believe in Santa? I do. Yep, true story. 100%. I believe in the magic of Christmas. I believe in the magic of Santa. Why? Well, I got kids listening. No, but truthfully, of course I believe in Santa. And I believe in the spirit of Santa, and I believe in the whole magic of Santa. And I'm wondering if along the way, we as parents are doing a good enough job building and continuing the trust and the magic of Santa. And it's and I like Good Times Comedy. He says, if you keep believing, he'll keep bringing your gifts. And he's right. You know, the idea of Santa is belief. It's magic. And it's up to us as parents to continue that magic. Sterling, Preston, I know you guys don't have kids yet. You got picture. But let's start this conversation about how to keep magic without losing your kids' trust.
Fellas, let's stop pretending this is about Santa. This is about whether your kid trusts you or thinks you're full of convenient bullshit.
the real screw-up isn't the story. It's dodging the question, gaslighting them, or using Santa like a parole officer. That's how you turn wonder into suspicion. If your kid asks tonight, don't lie to buy comfort. Tell the truth like a leader. One more fake Christmas is cheap. Dad tells me the truth is priceless.
All right. So apparently Sterling has kids. Yeah, I just learned that this morning. Sterling, how many kids you got, man? I love the fact that you've been working with us for, Melissa, how long has been Sterling been here? Sterling's been here for, I think, about 3 months now. Dude, come on, man. You got to share your stories, your backstory. So I'd like to know how many kids you got, how old they are, and so forth. That's pretty awesome. So Sterling's got kids, and I'm thinking, Sterling, that you keep Christmas real by believing that Santa Claus is real, the magic of Santa Claus, without turning it into a complete trust break with our children. Because in a house, you think about it, right? Trust is the North Star. And I'd like to think as parents, set that temperature. So here's the question for you guys. How do you feel about having the conversation with your kids about Santa and the magic of Christmas? And here's what I think about, right? It's not really about Santa. It's about whether your kids feel like you're a safe source of reality. Now, I don't know about you dads. I am a nonstop joking father. I think my kids think that everything I tell them is truth. Well, it is actually. But that's given me the permission through the time with them that through the truth, through the jokes, through the dadisms, it's allowed me to perpetuate the continued belief in magic in what I call Santa, right? And let's face it, right? Kids eventually grow out of Santa, and not in one dramatic moment, but they start to see the symbolisms of the magic. They start to ask the questions. And research summaries and surveys commonly put skepticism rising around kids at about 7 to 8. With lots of variation based on siblings, peers, social circles, and so forth. So our responsibility as parents is to keep that magic alive. It's not misleading. No. How many of you guys went to a Copperfield magic show or a Penn and Teller? And as an adult, the joy of the magic, the joy of the illusion, the joy of the experience. Guys, that's what Santa is. It's perpetuating the magic. Right? I look at Exceptional Bushy. When did you come out to your family that you were a goon? Exceptional. Dude, are you telling my secrets to the nation this morning on Christmas Eve morning? All right, Exceptional Bushy's called me out. Yep, I'm a gooner. Jimmy, don't cut that though. I'm concerned Exceptional Bushy might just call the fact out that I'm a gooner. Yeah, well, hey. You never know what you got here on the show. We got to Adam Holward. My kids are 17 and 18. We had a conversation years ago, but Santa still comes to our house every single year. Absolutely. Santa comes to our house every single year because as far as I know, that's what the magic of Santa is all about. So we got something else. A recent YouGov poll recap that most parents still participate in Santa traditions, and lots of adults say there isn't a single correct age to stop believing. And now that we've got the elves in our house, what I love about the elves is that they continue to perpetuate the imagination, right? Which is a developmental belief, right? It's a benefit, imagination, encouraging our kids to imagine, right? So, and then you got psych researchers stating that pretend beliefs and impossible beings can support imagination and what if thinking, which is part of how kids grow with creativity and reasoning. So guys, here's my invitation for you here today. Encourage the magic, encourage the love of Santa, right? And even if you don't believe in it, what do you don't believe in? That he's not real? Hey, Jimmy, Jimmy, there's a video I got up there on X last night. If you can quickly pull it up there. Emirates, you guys don't think Santa's real? You don't think fucking Santa's real? I got news for you. Yesterday, NORAD, Emirates Airlines discovered, you guys got to see this, man. They are continuing to move the magic forward with Santa, and congratulations to Emirates for pulling that one to the table. What a wonderful experience, keeping the magic alive with Santa and Emirates Airlines. Every single they're doing it here this Christmas. All right, let's keep the show going here, guys. Here's what I find quite funny: deepfake detection is becoming. Here we go, Jimmy. I see that one up here. Check this out, guys. So Emirates yesterday. So again, if we're not believing in Santa, guys, check this out. Yesterday. Look, it started, dude, 24 hours ago. So as we know, we got Dubai is in a whole different planet, it seems. And the Middle East is way, way over there. Well, Santa started his journey. So anybody not believing this bullshit that Santa's not real, come talk to me. Yeah, you come talk to me. So kids, If you happen to be tuning in right now because your parents are letting you be part of this X or R-rated situation and your parents are lying to you, you come talk to the handsome chief. I'll fucking arm wrestle your parents and tell them that Santa is real and Santa's coming to your house and Santa is delivering the goods. And if your parents are telling you otherwise, your parents are full of shit. Yeah, true story. True story, man. I'm telling you right now. I'll tell you what's also full of shit. The deepfake detections that are proliferating photography and every image that seems to be in front of us today's. Hey, Sterling, Preston, let's talk about deepfakes in 2025, the threat and the response. And then we're going to get into how humans are actually preferring fake photos over real stuff anyways. What's up with the deepfake stuff there, guys?
Deepfakes are now plug and play. Fraudsters don't need talent. They buy a persona kit and press go.
And the point isn't realism, it's speed. Get you emotional, get you moving, get you doing something dumb fast.
New flex is slow. Pause, verify, then act. If a video needs you panicked, it's probably lying.
Oh, I love this. I love this. This is incredible, man. So what I find quite fascinating about this is that I use the mom stuff, right? If my mom can make this stuff, we are all in trouble. Yeah, we are all in trouble. What I find quite fascinating though is yeah, Jimmy, you're right. Santa's using an airplane instead of reindeer. Well, I think it's a little bit of both. Experts are suggesting to us now to start using human instinct over visual cues, because it is so easy now to manipulate every single part of a photo. Experts are suggesting that the single best thing that anybody can do is if they feel like there's an emotion that's being pulled in some way, some emotional lever that's being touched, whether that's fear or urgency or authority or hope or anything else, we should actually be a signal for us to slow our brain down about whether it's real. This is fascinating, you guys, because we've always been taught in the fast, right? Look at their fingers, look at the sides of the images, look closely at the details of the image to see if it's real. Well, deepfakes have gotten so good at, smoothing out the edges. Researchers are now suggesting to us, and experts are saying this to us now. And Petro, I think you'll be fascinated by this. They're asking us to tune into the human emotion. I would suggest the gut. Your gut, trust your gut. Is that a real photo? Like, is the Pope really going to be dressed like that? Or what's this photo designed to do? What kind of emotion is this photo designed to elicit from me? Man, it's only going to get harder before it gets easier, you guys. So, when you see something, ask yourself twice. Is it real? Is it real? It's probably not. And then ask yourself, what emotion are you feeling from that image? And is it real? Is it real? Is it probably not? And then, hey, most importantly, or come join our live show, live 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network, and show me the photo. And we can all have a conversation, whether it is real or not real. We got Exceptional saying, how do we know you're not a deep fake of Rob Ford? Oh, no. How about the other Ford? Did you guys see that Netflix show on the other brother Ford? That was a good one. Exceptional. Did you see that one? Yeah, that was a good one as well. But listen, so we have folks being messed up by deepfakes, but yet, Jimmy, everybody's like, well, no, but I kind of prefer the fake photos over the real photos. What's that all about, Jim?
Reality lost. Flattery won. People don't want truth in photos. They want the version that doesn't hurt their feelings.
And now it's invisible. No filter button, no effort. The software quietly enhances lighting, tones, and presentation before you even think about it. So enjoy it, but don't get stupid. When everything looks perfect, trust collapse. What matters more, looking good or knowing what's real?
Hey, coming up, guys, in a few minutes, what if I told you that you could have Warren Buffett, Tony Robbins, and Gary Vaynerchuk as your personal board of advisors for free, and they're going to answer your questions 24/7. Well, our guest today didn't just figure out how to do that. He's been quietly dominating LinkedIn since 2003, back when most of us thought it was just a digital resume graveyard. Coming up, Al Kushner in a few moments. Stop pitch slapping from AI turned this cold caller into a LinkedIn authority machine. Coming up in a few minutes with myself, Al Kushner. But guys, right now we are talking about folks preferring not real photos. Fascinating to me. So Oppo is a big photography company out of Asia, and they have shifted their imaging strategy. And if you guys can read between the lines of this, Apple is doing the same thing. It's called computational photography, where it's using algorithms and bits and bytes to create photos. And what I find fascinating about this is humans are saying that they're preferring more of the not real stuff. So what Oppo and Apple, I'm going to suggest, is leaning into is psychological realism. Think about that, right? And it's creating photography that is capturing how users envision themselves. Think about this, rather than literal representations. Interesting, right? So we all as humans are like, yeah, I want to take a photo of myself, but don't make it real. Wait a minute. No, but I want to have the edges roughed out so that it looks smooth and that it's kind of real, not real. Fascinating to me. So on one hand, deepfakes are screwing us all up. On the other hand, humans are like, no, I prefer the computational photography over the real photography. So please add a filter. Please make this stuff look like it's actually not me. And if you look at Google, Google's leaning to it as well. Google recently expanded AI-powered editing features across all of its photo apps, enabling users to modify images through text prompts, adjust facial expressions, and generate entirely new image elements. Again, do we want real? Do we want fake? Or do we want psychological enthusiasm, right? Psychological support that, oh yeah, I feel good about this image, so now I can use it. Exceptional. No, Altman's not paying me at all, actually. Nope. If Altman was paying me, this would be a different show. All right. Next up, guys, before we bring in our guest, Al Kushner coming up here. One more thing, guys. YouTube is expanding voice replies. So you guys want to get into the community with me, use some comments? Well, the handsome chief can give you some feedback. Jimmy, what's that all about?
YouTube is turning into a creator cockpit. Voice replies, mobile editing, AI clipping, AI summaries. They're trying to remove friction.
Which is great until you realize the algorithm will reward volume over judgment. You'll be everywhere and still say nothing. Use this like a pro. One clean voice reply beats 10 paragraphs. One good clip beats 10 desperate posts. Precision wins.
Yeah, so YouTube has expanded, and I've noticed on our channel, you guys, is not here just yet. But YouTube's rolling out some features here where you guys leave comments on the channel. We will be able to reply in voice, right? So Holward, you come drop a comment. Good Time, you come drop a comment. Grim, you come drop a comment. Exceptional Bush, you come drop a comment. And I can reply to you with an audio response, not necessarily a text response. So you're continuing to see YouTube's push into the creator world, the community world, and continuing to drive community. And you listen, you can just see it. It's so obvious to me, right? Moving, people are spending more time in the living room watching YouTube. And what I suspect is going to happen is that we are also going to have that companion app on our phone. Oh, really? Like the Mornings in the Lab live app? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just true story. So you can watch the show and be involved with the companion app along the way. So, hey, come leave me a comment in the Mornings in the Lab live community so you can come hear my voice as your voice reply over here on Mornings in the Lab. All right, come on up, Al Kushner. Hey, Jimmy, I think we got something in the epic spot I want to put up there here. Listen, there is never any time to not get after it. I found a young lady, 60 years old, Jimmy, 60 years. Listen, if you guys have excuses, no fucking excuses this morning. This woman, 60-year-old Tang Yun Chen, lifting 154 pounds. But it's not what you think. It's not what you think at all, actually. So this video is awesome. Jimmy, put this one up around. Check this out. So if you guys think you have an excuse not to get after it today, watch this video. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. She's like, no, I'm not fucking sitting down. I'm not going to wait. Right? At 60, strength is still highly trainable. You can build muscle and power later. She had brainstem cancer surgery. She's a brainstem cancer survivor. Dude, she's up there fucking doing trap bar deadlifts. So nobody on the show listening right now can sit back there and say, I'm too lazy to do something, or my leg hurts, or my fucking foot hurts, or my back hurts. Get up and get after it, because this young lady is showing us how to get up and get after it, even after something as bad as a cancer diagnosis. So there's an invitation for you guys. Let's go and let's get up and get after it, as we're going to welcome in our next guest, our first guest on the show here today, Jimmy, Sophia. I think we got somebody sitting in the green room waiting for us, and his name's Al Kushner. Let's do it. Let's bring the young man into the lab, guys. Let's do it.
You can be world-class at your work, and still feel underdiscovered on LinkedIn, watching the feed race past you. Most people respond by posting louder, automating messages, and turning into a pitch slapper. That is where trust dies. Today, we are meeting Al, CEO of LinkedVantage, an award-winning LinkedIn growth strategist who builds authority with AI. He has been on LinkedIn since 2003, back when profiles were resumes and nobody was measuring personal brands. Before the algorithms, he spent nearly 4 decades in trust-first industries, with senior roles at Humana, Aetna, and United Healthcare. He is the best-selling author of the AI LinkedIn Advantage and the award-winning Virtual Medicare, written for real-world consequences. He has keynoted AI technology summits for 500-plus leaders and helped clients generate 5 to 6-figure sales with his system. His work is built for advisors, CPAs, realtors, and founders who want qualified conversations, not vanity metrics. What makes him different is ethics. He uses AI as an advisory board, so your voice stays yours. He went from cold calling in relationship industries to building authority on LinkedIn, proving trust still beats tactics. His belief is simple: use AI to work smarter, not louder, and let authenticity become your growth engine. Al, thanks for joining the big show today. Welcome.
Hey, what if I told you that you could have Warren Buffett, Tony Robbins, and Gary Vaynerchuk as your personal board of advisors, and it ain't costing you nothing, free? Yeah, and they'd answer your questions 24/7. Well, coming up, our guest today didn't just figure out how to do that. He's been quietly dominating LinkedIn since 2003, back when most of us thought it was just a digital resume graveyard. And today, we're going to bring him up on the stage. Jimmy, let's bring him up here. Al Kushner, good morning. Morning's in the lab with Keith, John, and friends. What's going on, Al?
Glad to be here and excited to be part of the program.
Yes. So listen, first of all, I got to have some fun with you, man. So best-selling author and award-winning. Dude, what's up with that, man?
I was my book, I guess my first book.
Al, we got bad audio, man. If you can get your audio sorted out there, we get some bad audio from you. So I can't barely hear you, actually. So we got Al Kushner here joining us. We got Al Kushner joining us in the lab here. We'll get your audio turned up there, bud.
Yeah, bear with me 1 second. Hopefully it's better.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
So I was awarded this particular book, and it was really, just shocking. I didn't think it would mean much to people, but it did. And then my second book, which came out, called the AI LinkedIn Authority, and it was really something I was working on for quite some time. I looked in the marketplace to see what was out there that combined both AI technology and LinkedIn, and nothing existed. So I said, I better start making this book because otherwise people will jump in. And I did. And it was really something was incredible because it gave such insight to people, and people are thanking me for helping them to become a thought leader on the platform.
Yeah. Hey, so, dude, I got to get right to it. So you actually have Warren Buffett, Gary Vaynerchuk, and Tony Robbins on your advisory board, or actually as your AI advisory board?
Well, AI, of course.
Yes.
Can't afford these guys, unfortunately. But using Gemini, which is part of, I believe, the Google platform.
Yes.
GEMS. I created AI agents that are basically, available to provide information based on what I provide to that particular agent.
Yes.
So, for example, if I'm looking for someone who is authority in their field, I would basically get information from their YouTube channel, which able to do research on the interviews that they've done or any type of broadcast, and get that information and store it into the AI agent. And if they have any books and such that were written, also it helps to create the agent based on their particular skill set. And once it's been completed, I'd be able to draw on that particular experience only. And that's something that makes a difference compared to standard AI, which kind of gets from other sources, but it's not really concentrated in one particular source. So by using that particular feature on Gemini, they are able to respond to questions what I have 24/7.
Good morning, Lauren. I see you there in the comments, baby. I see you up there. I encouraged my beautiful bride to sleep this morning, so I haven't seen her this morning, so I just see her there in the comments. Good morning, my sweets. Good to have you here in the conversation this morning with myself and Al Kushner joining us. So, Al, I see that you got the 3, but if you could add one more person to that board, whether they're living or dead, who would it be and why?
Well, I really like Alex Hormozi, I believe.
Yeah.
He's really incredible in terms of his outreach, his social media, particularly his YouTube channel is incredible. So he has a certain technique that works really effectively.
And what technique is that?
What particular one? Well, have you watched any of his videos? I mean, he's incredible in terms of using the subtitles and using dynamic presentations. On LinkedIn, I follow him, and he's incredible in terms of his able to inspire people and also to, cut through the noise, which is really something, not many people can do.
So, dude, I got to be honest with you, man. I got to be super honest with you. Nation, ears up, man. I'm really disappointed. I'm disappointed that you didn't choose Keith Bilous and you chose Alex Hormozi instead. Like, what the fuck, man? I invited you to my show. I'm here having the show. I'm talking about how good your books are and everything. And Nation, the guy didn't even choose me. He chose somebody else, and he's not even choosing me. Like, Melissa, Jimmy, do we keep the guy on the show or do we kick him off the show? Because I give him every opportunity to say, well, I've been tuning into mornings in the lab, and I really enjoy the live experience. I think Bilous is doing incredible stuff. But no, not at all, Kushner. No, I gave you every opportunity, but instead, you chose Hormozi. Seriously, dude. Honestly.
Didn't know he felt so bad, but guess what? You're my next project I'm going to be working on.
I'm having some fun with you, brother. Having some fun with you. We like to lead with love and tease our guests here on the show. That is how we like to have fun here on the show. Al, you help financial advisors, CPAs, realtors, and consultants, all of the boring white class work in the planet. So how do you help those boring people build trust and those boring occupations? How do you help all that boring stuff be successful on LinkedIn, not through viral tricks, but actually through, you're taking a 55-year-old CPA who's never posted on LinkedIn and you're like, dude, I'm going to make you look like a fucking superstar. How do you do it, Al?
Simple. We optimize the profile. We take a look at some things that they are lacking. And we create ability to become a thought leader by creating content, creating videos, creating outreach that it will set them apart from the competition. Yeah.
And what is that distinct profile which does set them apart from the competition?
Well, everyone is different in terms of their particular skill set.
Yes.
So we try to focus in on if it's a CPA, for example, what they excel at. If they're going to working with small business owners, we focus in on that. We create content, which is articles, newsletters, for example, that go to certain clientele that they're really looking to focus in on the pain points that they're trying to deal with their clients in order to get them to become a thought leader. And that really is just one aspect of it. Videos are also important. It's really what moves the algorithm on LinkedIn. So we help to create scripts for that.
Yeah, you're saying videos move the algorithm on LinkedIn. Are you seeing that to be a true case these days, more than ever?
Oh, yeah, because particularly sweet spot is anywhere from 30 seconds to 90 seconds on the average. And it's something that really stops the scroll. If you got a video that's compelling, again, you got to grab them in the first 3 to 5 seconds. So something that's compelling with a catchy title will certainly get the attention and drive, looks and views.
It's funny because you talk about grabbing something. Well, I find that monkey videos on LinkedIn work extremely well. Videos like this one here, like check this one. This one gets people stopping all the time. I'm telling you all the time. You put a monkey in the feed, Telling you put a monkey in the feed, you're going to get the guy stopping right away, instantly. Just stop in the feed going, oh, what's the monkey doing? Well, the monkey might just be doing some life expectancy work, because Al, what we stand for here in the lab is solo life expectancy work or mutual life expectancy work to live longer. Because we know science has told us that if we have sex more often, we live longer. So, we find that, it's monkeys that it just keeps that monkeying around. So I find that putting monkey videos in the LinkedIn feed gets people stopping the scroll, because we're always looking to get people to stop the scroll. Because as we know, 2025 is the word of rage bait. So it's like, hey, trying to find something to get people to stop the scroll. When you're talking to guys with creating content, is it 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 7 seconds? Like, how many seconds does somebody have to get them to stop the scroll?
Well, I guess it depends on the post. For example, if you use polls, which are quite popular, you can actually engage with a lot more people, because they have to, answer the questions that the poll is raised. And that certainly leads to a lot more, interest. And the algorithm, helps to push it, and that's something that is favored by LinkedIn's algorithm.
Yeah. You talk a lot about invisible expertise, Al. People who are great at what they do, but nobody knows about them. And clearly you didn't know about me because you chose Hormozi over Bilous. So I'm thinking that I have invisible expertise that Al had no clue what the hell I do every single day here on the show. If he's putting monkey jerking off videos on the show, well, that's just some of the stuff we talk about. But was there a time in your career when you felt invisible? And when you were doing great work, but not getting the recognition or opportunities you deserved? And then what did you do about it, Al?
Well, I would say that I wrote my book, and that's something that got me a lot more visibility. And that's something that if you want to become a thought leader, write a book. When's your book coming out?
That's a great question, my friend. Have you seen my profile? I'm proud of the fact I do not have a book.
Okay. All right. Well, that could be a challenge, in terms of establishing as a thought leader. You have a, great podcast, but something that would also
Al. Oh, nation. Oh, Jimmy, we got to get the button out here. Al, this is not a podcast. This is a live show, unlike anything the world has seen. We let all the boring podcasts happen over there. No, man, we do a live show, my brother. So I'm helping you. I'm helping to correct the lingo. We are all about the live show. We let the boring podcasts happen over there. But I appreciate that. And you know what? I believe in a little different than a book. I think. Well, all right. To those that tune in regularly, know where Uncle Keith's going to go with this one. So I think a book. Well, so what I'm learning is a lot of people only read half the books. So instead of writing a book, I'm doing a living book, Al. Every single day, I have a live show for 2 hours every single day for the last 2 years. This is my book. It's live. It's dynamic. It's living every single day, sharing my experiences, sharing the world. And I think the book is a microcosm of yesterday. And I'm thinking that the world needs to do more live conversations. It's like a living book, right? And I'm not listen, I'm obviously I'm a marketing guy, I'm a business guy. I'm having some fun with you with language, but no, I don't. I applaud all those, because here's my experience too, Al. Everybody has a best-selling book, because nobody would brag that it's not a best-selling book. So are they all best-selling books?
Well, the fact is that if you're an event planner or a meeting planner, who do you think they're going to hire? Somebody like you or someone like Alex? Alex has got 3 books. His latest book just came out this year, okay? And it's topping the charts. Why? Because it's informative. And that's what meeting and event planners look for when they want to hire a speaker. So that's why they're commanding such high prices.
Yeah.
When he does a speaking engagement, he gets easily $50,000, $100,000 for a gig. I'm sure. That's something that a book brings to the table.
Yeah. No, hey, there's no question. There's no question that books certainly add value. Books certainly add a perceived value. I just simply wonder, and especially somebody who's an AI expert like yourself, that like I wonder how much of Alex's book was written by himself, and how much was written by AI. Right. Yet me here, Al, I'm live. I'm Keith. These are my words, human being, no AI generated bullshit. Like, I don't know, but I'm thinking that if a speaker bureau is like, all right, I want to hire Hormozi, who has the fake book written by AI. Don't know if he wrote it or not. don't even know if actually real people bought the book. Or I want to go hire the real guy who shows up live every single day, who actually can have a conversation and hold a conversation and invite people to be part of the conversation. I'm not sure. Like, I'm wondering if I have more influence because, here's a question for you. So Hormozi has 1 million books and everybody bought them, but nobody read them. Or Bilous has a show and 1,000 people show up every single day for 2 hours. Who has more influence? I'm thinking me.
Well, you have to look at Amazon. Look at the reviews. I mean, if somebody's
I used to be in that business, and most of them are fake. I got you, Al. I used to be in the moderation community business, where much of Amazon reviews are fake. So I get, and this is actually a great conversation. I'm enjoying this right now because it's actually a good, healthy kind of debate back and forth. Because you got Amazon reviews, which could be fake. You got bought books, which could be fake. You got billboards, which could be fake. So I think what you're talking about is much of yesterday's vanity metrics, which are largely fake. Yet, if I can get 100 people to a live conversation and listen to me for 2 hours, I'm wondering if there's more influence by the person that can bring Al and have a live back and forth over somebody that has a billboard up with 1 million people that drive by it and don't stop. Like, I'm thinking that you're thinking more about dated metrics the last 20 years instead of the next 20 years. That's what I'm just want. That's where I'm going with you here.
Well, it's understandable, but the fact is that books are going to be around long before. I mean, it's still going to be produced, and whether you believe it's AI or not, that's kind of what the opinion is. But
yes.
The fact is that these guys put a lot of work into their books, and it's kind of discrediting for what they're doing. It's
not discrediting. No, not discrediting at all. No, not at all. You're misunderstanding me. So this is awesome. Because we do a live show 5 days a week. A lot of work goes into the show, right? I had somebody that was last week saying, hey, I did 40 podcasts in 2 years. I do 40 podcasts. I do 50 podcasts in 1 week. A lot of work that goes into this, right? And we got live conversation, live comments happening here. So real back and forth engagement where when you write a book, you're passively talking at somebody. You've written it. Maybe it's a year old. Maybe it's 6 months old. Right? You think about a podcast broadcasts at, it's passive, it's telling you it's talking at. There's no engagement, no back and forth. Yet in a live conversation, we got people actively communicating right now in the side comments here who are having like a back and forth with us, right? So I love the magic of the live dialogue, and I believe it's a big part of the future because we as humans have been conditioned to want to engage, want to communicate, want to have community and conversation. A live conversation allows us to do that. A book doesn't, and a podcast doesn't.
Okay, well, that's certainly true. But why not have both? Why not have a book and a podcast?
Yes.
And a live show.
That's what I love. Yes. Coming up in the new year, Cheryl Rafal Whitaker. It starts with joy. Her book, her live show here on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. I love how you took me there, Al. I love how you took me there with the segue. Good job with the segue. Al, my co-host today on the show, is segueing us to Cheryl Rafal Whitaker's book and show at the same time. It's true. It's absolutely true. And Derek Johnson comes in and says, the living book reminds me of someone. Well, dude, Derek, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like I'm a big believer in the living book, and this book is alive every single day, 8:00 Eastern time, right here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. And I'm sorry, Al, you don't get a chance to meet my buddy John here today. John's out in California, and he had an internet outage here, and he's been proud of his Ironman streak. He's like, dude, he sent me a message this morning. He's like, fuck, I can't get on the show here today with you and Al. So Johnny sends his regrets. Al, I'm just having some fun with you, man. I like to. That's our show here. Hey, Billy Joel. I love Billy Joel as well. True story. I've just dated myself. But you mentioned Billy Joel as one of your favorite rock stars. Let's get into it. If you had to pick a Billy Joel song that best describes your approach to LinkedIn and business, what would that song be?
Just the Way You Are, because it's about being authentic.
Yes. What does that mean to you? So authentic is, being authentic is a word that's dropped nonstop these days on LinkedIn, all over these platforms, Al. What does that mean to you when you hear authentic? Because I think it means something different to everybody. And in my experience by doing this live show, I was doing some counting yesterday. I've had almost 600 people that I've interviewed, Melissa, since we've been doing the show for a couple of years. And it's interesting, man, because you can see the real people and you can see the performative people, yet we all kind of come towards authentic, yet not everybody is. What does authentic mean to you, Al?
Well, authentic means it's your real voice, not an AI voice. That's really a lot of people kind of turn to. And there are telltale signs that you can tell something that's really generated by AI. And
Yes.
that's something that can really reveal a lot about who you are as a person.
So back to the back to the live conversation book thing. If there's anything that I have certainly enjoyed with my platform with this live show, Al, is it's enabled me and given me the opportunity and my guests and my regular co-hosts to be authentic in real time daily, right? Because I fuck up live in the show, I make mistakes on the show, and to me, fuck ups and mistakes are actually disguising words called learning. So I'm able to learn in real time in front of my audience, which has enabled me to build an authentic voice on LinkedIn on the platform that is different than others, right? So it's so when I hear you say authentic, I'm all about that, and I go back to that, back to this live conversation because it enables me to show that not only invisible experience, invisible expertise, but that an authentic, true voice. And I recognize I'm not for everyone. I really do. And I had this conversation yesterday. If people want to judge me by one thing I've said, well, they can go and off because I put so many words on the table. I would invite you to judge me on my body of work instead of one thing that you've heard me say. Back to being authentic.
Absolutely. And I think that everyone has a unique skill set, and they should be able to use LinkedIn as a way to promote what they're trying to give to other people, but be authentic about it. Create content that is going to resonate well with people, is something that is original and not AI generated.
Hanging out with Keith and Al here this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. John is on here, but we got Al instead. Al, where are you joining me from here today, brother? Where are you today?
I'm in South Florida.
Oh, yeah. How cold is it this morning?
Oh, chilly. I mean, we woke up, it was like 68 degrees. It's probably going to warm up to maybe 75, hopefully. But,
Dude, I'm in Winnipeg, Canada. You don't know cold.
Well, I used to live in New York, so I know cold.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on a second here. Florida, New York, you're talking cold? You're talking to a Canadian man. No, you do not know cold. It's a cold up here in Winnipeg here today, which is awesome. Al, so we have there are many different LinkedIn experts on the platform offering different levels of service and LinkedIn expertise. What is your differentiator why somebody comes to Al Kushner?
Simple. I have a book.
Okay. I love it. Yeah? Is that the reason?
Oh, that's a big reason. AI and LinkedIn together. There is no book out there right now that really demonstrates the information that I provided in the book, which
I love that.
For 2 decades.
So tell me. So let's promote the book. Let's give you an opportunity to promote the book. What's the book? Where can folks buy the book? What are some of the highlights of the book?
The AI LinkedIn Advantage. You can find it on Amazon and other fine retailers. Also available as an audiobook for those who prefer listening.
Yes.
It really gives a lot of people insights on things that I've learned over the years, and particularly most recently with AI technology and how it can help you shorten your time on LinkedIn to be more effective, to become a thought leader, by just optimizing your profile. Very simple. And for your listeners, I have a free worksheet that I can provide at my website, linkvantage.com/audit, and they can actually download this information to help them optimize their profiles to become, more effective on that platform.
Awesome. Al, what are you liking or disliking about LinkedIn in 2025 as we go to 2026? Because the platform, you've been on it since 2003. You've been in and out of the platform. You've been growing your business on the platform. What do you notice is different about the platform today, Al?
Well, certainly there's a lot more users there on the platform. So you really have to try extra hard to differentiate from the competition. And the way to do that is to post 3 times a day on LinkedIn. Do you do that at all? That amount of posting?
Do I post on LinkedIn?
Well, how often do you post?
Some days I'll post like once an hour, so 24 hours a day. Sometimes I'll post like 3 times a day. Sometimes I post once a week, once a month. I just don't really have any, just whenever I feel like it's a good time to post.
Well, the reason why is that LinkedIn right now is acting kind of like Facebook was back in 2012. Wherever you can post something, it usually gets pushed by the algorithm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nowadays it's pay to play on Facebooks, but LinkedIn not necessarily the case. So you have a huge opportunity to get incredible reach by posting a lot more than just once a week, and that's something that I try to strive with. And ideally, I post 3 times a day, and at a minimum. And one of them is usually a video. One is a kind of called a carousel.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the other one is a poll, and then of course I have the text as well. But if you do this, that's 21 times a week. Look at the reach that you can get on a platform that's really going to push you to reach. Your reach is more incredible on this platform nowadays than any other platform. So it's time to take advantage of that opportunity to post more often.
Yeah, I kid with you, Al. I fully kid with you. So I come from the social media world. My background is social media. I was probably building a social media company when you were still in diapers. I say that with love, of course. We're maybe similar ages, but I built and exited a social media company. I'm familiar with social, big time familiar with social and platforms and posting and all of that. I would like to say that when I hear people complaining about the algorithm, I'm saying, well, no, maybe your content is not performing very well. And you know, it seems like it's a common complaint. Oh, the algorithm is no good. No, your content actually probably sucks, right? So, and I'm going to argue that most people aren't pushing out good content. Most people make content all about themselves, and don't forget about the reader. There needs to be something in it for the viewer or the reader, right? So, because it's actually not about you. And what I've also learned too, that the growth actually happens in the comments, and the growth actually happens in the commenting, and the growth actually does not happen with posting on LinkedIn. It actually happens everything without posting on LinkedIn. That's been my experience on the platform.
All right. So everyone's experience is different. I find that my reach has been really incredible, and it's been helping a lot of other people I work with to really become thought leaders on the platform.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Al, I appreciate you joining me here this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends. It's, on this Christmas Eve experience, I got to ask, my friend, do you believe in Santa? Do you have kids?
No kids. And do I believe in Santa? Well, I'm Jewish, so
okay.
Apply.
Yeah. So that's of course. Yeah. Kushner, I apologize for that. I guess that would be a duh moment on. There you go. Live media show. The host is fucking up because he sees the last name and doesn't even recognize that of course you don't believe in Santa. So I appreciate that 100%.
It's been a pleasure.
Al, thank you so much, man. Hey, listen, most importantly, dude, I like to have fun with my guests. I'm all about kindness and love, and I know I was having some rattling fun with you about books and podcasts and Hormozi and so forth. Take it all in stride. Take it all with love. We are all about leading with love and leading with kindness and having some fun with our brothers on this morning show called Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends. And most importantly, I just want to say this: 2 words. Thank you. Because you had a choice not to spend time with me today, and you chose to spend time with me and my audience today. So I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to meet you, engage with you, have some fun banter, and because that's really all it is. I'm in the entertainment business, and if we have a boring conversation, the audience is bored as well. So I appreciate you playing along and having some fun with me today, Al. I really do.
It's a pleasure. I look forward to another opportunity.
Yeah. And hey, so where can we find you on LinkedIn, Al? Guys, go find Al Kushner on LinkedIn and go find his book on Amazon, because apparently it is a best-selling book with Al. Hey, Al, before you go, I got a producer, Jimmy. And I found a video of him last night on the freeway. And I don't know what to make about this video, Al, but this video is troubling to me because there's Jimmy with his call with somebody in the back there, and I'm just wondering what happens if they stepped on the brakes.
I imagine they fall off. It's gonna be.
I imagine they might fall out of the truck if they slammed on the brakes there. So, Al, I enjoyed your company today. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends. Team, let's get to an hour to reset. Al, have a good one, brother.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. All right, everybody. Good morning, Al. I love you, man. I love Al Kushner. Nation, you guys have been tuning into my show long enough. You know that I was having some fun with Al. I think the energy might be intimidating to Al, though. I'm just wondering out loud. Whether the whether the energy was a little bit intimidating to Al. But hey, he was a good sport. He was awesome with some nuggets, and I would encourage you guys to check out Al's profile over on LinkedIn and go check out the book that he wrote, because apparently it's a great book. Apparently it's a best-selling book, and to those of you that know me know how much fun I like to have with all of that. Hey, guys, without the Andersen thing here, I'm working on resetting my hour 2 here. Guys, we kicked it off here today with the Santa conversation, turning it into real parenting talk, how you keep the magic alive. Guys, Santa's up there. NORAD's tracking them. So those children that are in the house here today, it's important that we're all perpetuating that magic, that Santa is not going anywhere except to your house. Get those cookies out. Get that milk out. Yeah, milk. Yeah, true story. And get the gifts ready, because Santa is making its way here. Coming up, guys, we're going to get into the deep dive, the main event, the Wegovy pill. Is it a $150 investment for a $1 million performance story? Guys, think about this. We're going to have that conversation. Not a debate, not a miracle story. We're talking about how to treat it like a tool that quiets food noise and what you actually need to build on top of that quiet so the results actually stick. And then, hey, will your son wait for you? Guys, there's a movie dropping this week from Christopher Nolan. Yep. Matt Damon, The Odyssey. And will your son wait for you? We've got the time. We've also get to today's Did You Know about that forbidden island near Hawaii with the toxic legacy. Dude, I'm a curious mind. I'm always looking for curious stuff to put on the table. And then coming up in the morning focus, we got a Christmas note from me to you. And then, of course, we got Maya Reyes joining us at the bottom of the hour. Jimmy, before we throw to the deep dive, we're going to get to the comments here, guys. We got Petro joining us here with I repost more frequently. Yes, Dr. John Petrocelli is an incredible supporter of the show. I appreciate you, man. I repost more frequently than most people post to help me fall asleep. I was thinking that too, Bushy. Yeah, you guys. And Petro's calling out bullshit right now. By what definition is Kushner a bestseller? According to Amazon, the AI LinkedIn Advantage by L. Kushner is not a bestseller. Well, listen, Al, maybe we got to have you back. Melissa, Jimmy, we got flaming happening in the comments. But I love it because we have our own, very own bullshit professor that listens. So if we're calling bullshit, he's calling us out. So if I'm calling bullshit, I know Petro's calling me out. If Johnny's calling bullshit, I know he's calling Johnny out. So hey, he's also going to call our guests out as well. I love it. Dr. John Petrocelli joining us here in the comments. Guys, you guys can join the show with us, 431-300-3005, or come see us in the comments here, 431-300-005. Come say hello. Come join the chat, because we're going to get into the deep dive. Is it really worth spending $150 for a shortcut to build a $1 million performance lifestyle? Let's get into it.
All right, men, new shiny object just dropped. A pill that promises to quiet food noise for $150 a month. And every guy online already turned that into, cool, so I'm basically rich and jacked by March.
Let's slow it down. Tools don't build men. They expose what you were willing to do all along. Because if discipline was missing before, a quieter appetite just gives laziness better lighting.
Used right, it's a spotter. It clears the noise so you can lift the boring reps that actually change performance.
So here's the real question, nation. If biology shuts up, will you finally build the systems or waste another window?
All right, guys, we're going to get into this conversation on a deep dive, whether it's worth $150 to build that $1 million performance lifestyle. Hey, Jared, Jimmy, my words aren't ready there, guys. So I'll have you guys take a look at my words. Right, guys, so there's a new pill making headlines. True story. $150 a month. That's it. $150 a month. Promising weight loss, better health, quieter appetite. But here's the truth. Here's the truth. That pill is probably not going to make you a high performer. Nope, just putting it out there. It might just remove the excuses. But what are you building by simply taking a pill? A habit of taking a pill? So, let's get into the conversation. If food noise disappeared tomorrow, what habit would you actually finally lock in by simply taking a pill? Think about it, guys. So every single day, my new habit is taking the pill so I can lose weight or achieve my fitness or lifestyle goals. But I'm wondering whether you're actually learning any discipline or whether you're learning any real habits which go along with taking the pill. Here's the other question we'd have for the nation. Is discipline harder because of biology or because of identity? And if we're just taking the Wegovy pill, maybe that's just what it is. Because would you treat this pill like a tool or like a rescue fantasy? I grew up, Petro, I know you did well. I know Andersen did as well. Growing up going, man, if I can only take a pill to lose all this weight, that'd be great. But what are we really learning? And I guess the point of this conversation is the dichotomy of, well, we can get the pill to build the big lifestyle, but are you actually building the lifestyle or is it the shortcut? Right? So what habit collapses the moment that your motivation fades because you're taking a pill? So I have learned by being on this show myself in the last couple of years, especially with Jory in the past, this isn't really about weight loss alone. This is about, maybe confidence, maybe about discipline, maybe about new habits. And I do understand that if this is Jimmy, I don't see anything up here. I don't, I'm not sure where you guys are. But I guess what I'm saying though is that if we are relying on a pill to help us achieve our biggest goals, are we actually achieving the goals? It's fascinating to me, frankly, because I wonder whether the real ROI depends entirely on what a man builds or what a man can eat with a shortcut, which is $150, right? So, because here's the thing, the Wegovy pill, oral version of the GLP stuff we've been talking about on the show all the time, right? And GLP weight loss is strongly linked to better sleep, reduced joint pain, improved heart function, et cetera, et cetera. But most people who stop the pill regain weight if lifestyle systems were never installed underneath. So again, we put the question up there, which is, you're taking the pill, what habits are you really building for yourself? Right? So, sorry guys, I don't see what you're talking about there, team. I don't see where you're at here. I'm up in the script here at the top here, and it's not formatted. I'm just getting through it here. So, all right, guys. So listen, what this pill will actually do is going to help you achieve your goals, but not going to help you achieve. All right. So, Sterling, when you say multiplier, yeah, what does it actually look like in a man's day-to-day?
It can quiet cravings, but it cannot build identity. The ROI is systems: wake time, lifting, sleep, simple food rules. Set an off-ramp on day one. If you cannot keep the habits without it, you rented denial.
All right, so guys, here's my thought on this. Here, we're gonna skip past this topic here. It's not working as well as I was hoping it was gonna work here today, but this is the magic of live conversation. Looking at the comments here, guys, we got Petro joining us here. If you sell 5,000 copies of your book within a week, it will likely be a bestseller. Some dorkos buy 5,000. Hey, I know somebody, Petro, who bought 5,000 copies of the book, and it is sitting in their garage. Yeah. True story. How do I know? Because he showed me. He's like, hey, check this out. Here's all my books. I was like, dude, you're actually making my point about the best-selling stuff, right? Because, let's go. And I also had somebody come to me last week by saying, hey, would you buy my book for $1? Sure. But I don't know. Got Adam Holroyd coming in, joining our Wegovy conversation. Sounds like rental system. Lose weight while paying them. Then as soon as they stop, the discipline isn't there and they gain it all back. They're taking lessons from Big Pharma. Well, Adam, so that's what I wonder with this Wegovy pill, right? Which is, okay, so I got the pill, I'm losing the weight. But the moment, as Johnny would say, I stopped the subscription, I'm wondering whether it's continuing because I haven't learned anything. All I've learned how to do is take the medicine. Yeah. Way to go back to the left. What's that, Exceptional? Wait, go back to the left can. I'm almost finished. Wait, well, you mean this one here? You mean this one there? That's that camera over there, Exceptional Bushy. What do you mean you're almost finished, Exceptional Bushy? I'm kind of curious, Jimmy. When he says, I'm almost finished, I'm wondering what that means. I'll tell you what almost finished is. Melissa, yeah. I know. I'm thinking the same thing. Exactly. Hey, do you guys like free soloing? Yeah? You guys thought about climbing a building? Jimmy, check out this video we got coming up on Netflix in a few months here. Free soloing Taipei. We put something on the screen here a couple weeks back here. People do crazy shit, man. I can't imagine what it's like doing this free solo stuff. But we got a special coming up on Netflix here in a couple weeks here, which I was quite intrigued by, that I wanted to share with you guys. On January 23rd, this dude we're watching right now is going to be free soloing the Taipei 101 in Taiwan. Yeah, it's been a long time goal of his, and it's going to be the most ambitious urban climb that this guy has attempted. This is Alex Honnold. Yeah, and we got some really cool images there. He's done with mountains, and he's now planning to free solo the Taipei skyscraper in Taiwan live on Netflix. Guys, I'm putting this up there because live. Yes, I'm free. Oh, Neiman, exceptionally bushy. I'm free soloing right now. You're really charming, Keith. It's working. Oh, awesome. Exceptional bushy. I know that I can be a big part of your morning, and I'm glad to be a part of that morning with you as well. But Taipei 101, the tallest building in the world. Wait a minute. No, I don't. Jimmy, is that true? Hold on a second here. We got to ask Grok. Hey, Grok, is Taipei 101 the tallest building in the world?
No, love. Taipei 101 sits at 605 meters. Burj Khalifa in Dubai still owns the crown, 828 meters, tallest in the world.
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, I see it. Oh, okay, I see. Taipei 101 was the tallest building in the world when it opened, but it's about 11th now. So this guy, major climb, man-made structure, after 30 years of doing it on rocks, and now he's going to get on the side of a building and get up and get after. Here's a question for you guys. Would you watch a guy with no rope climb the side of a 100-story building live? So what happens if he falls? Are they on a tape delay? Like, I'm just wondering. Are they on a delay if he falls, or is there going to be a net there to catch him? January 23rd, guys, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the highlights on January 24th when this man climbs the Taipei skyscraper. Alex Honnold is done with the mountain, and he's climbing the Taipei 101 in January 23rd live on Netflix. All right, Jim, let's move over the conversation to our next one on the table here today, which is, can you riff about marriage a little? Sure. What do you want to talk about, Exceptional? I'd love to hear. What are you thinking about, Exceptional? Yes, Derek Johnson, the watch. We could do a watch party, 100%. But Exceptional, I'm curious when you say, can you riff about marriage a little? I'm curious to know what your comments about that are and what you wanted to riff on, and I would love to have a riff with you on that one. But guys, it's Christmas time. And there's a movie dropping this week. Christopher Nolan. True story. And here's the question. Will your son wait for you? The hard truth of Odyssey. Coming up right now on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends.
Fellas, real talk. If your son had to decide today if you're worth waiting for, what would he say, honestly? Because most dads think one big speech fixes it, then they live like a ghost with a mortgage and a calendar. The Odyssey isn't English class. It's a mirror. When the father is gone, the house fills with noise and bad influences.
And you don't lose your kid in one disaster. You lose him in the daily drift, the phone, the stress, the checked out eyes.
Presence is practice, not vibes. 10 minutes, no phone, every day. A walk, a chore, a drive, just you actually there.
Here's the audit, nation. If your son copied your routines for a year, would his life get better or worse?
Drop one word in chat for your dad mode: present, distracted, grinding, rebuilding. Then let's get into the deep dive.
All right, guys, so listen, let's get into the Odyssey. Dropping this week, Christopher Nolan's new movie. Because the Odyssey basically dares every father to answer one brutal question. Are you living in a way that's worth coming home to and worth being proud of when your kids grow up? Let's talk about being present. Let's talk about being present, you guys. What does being present actually mean in your house? Is it time? Is it attention? Is it patience? Or is it leadership? Right? Because this is not a literature class about Odyssey. It's really about identity. It's about legacy. It's about men's mental health. Because if a boy grows up without a clear model, well, I suspect he's going to find one. And it might not be yours, men. Because if he does not respect your life, he might respect somebody else's. And the scary part is this. You don't lose him in one moment, you lose him in the daily drift. These little moments that happen over time, right? So when we talk about the movie Odyssey dropping this week with Matt Damon, Telemachus grows up in a home with a missing father and constant pressure. And in the Odyssey, Odysseus is gone for years. And Telemachus becomes a young man inside chaos, inside confusion, and outside influence. And the idea of the house becomes a symbol that if dad is absent, the environment fills up with noise. So you have to ask yourself this, man. What's filling up the space if you're not leading it? Have you asked yourself that question? Right? Because Telemachus does not just wait. He has to become someone, just like our boys growing up. They're wanting to be someone. They're looking for guidance. They're looking for someone to mirror, to copy, to mimic. I'll put myself on the table. Love my father. Worked hard, worked multiple jobs, worked shift work. I always didn't have, here's where I get vulnerable. I always didn't have the closest relationship with my father. I may have been that young boy looking for influence outside of the house as I was growing up, questioning my identity because I didn't feel like I was like my dad. My dad is extremely talented with his hands, mechanically, could build anything. Me? I got a hammer for Christmas. What the fuck is this? So I didn't know where I stood. I questioned where I stood. So as we ask ourselves this question, are we raising a son who's like us or not like us? Are we raising a son who can act or a son who only reacts? Are we raising our boys to be proactive or reactive? Because a son's respect, man, is tied to what he sees, not what you meant. And as John often says, and I know I'm going to butcher this up, right? Our kids mirror what they see, not what we say. And if we lean into this movie that's dropping this week, Telemachus only locks in with Odysseus when he witnesses courage, competence, and conviction. So here's the question. If your son watched your real routines, would he see your discipline? Oh, I love this. Or would he see your excuses? It's crazy, man, because I talk about Carter on this show often. And, you know, Carter's out playing his hockey in Saskatchewan while building his business. I'm like, what? He's out building a business for himself. So I'm hoping that, you know, the house, quote unquote, that I built for him was built with confidence, was built with courage, was built with conviction, was built with discipline. And guys, this isn't excluding our daughters from the conversation. No, I'm simply leaning into the movie this week with Odysseus, Nolan, Damon. Because here's what happens, guys. Absence, when we're not around, well, those absences create stories. And those stories could be filled by someone else. And some of those stories are generous. But in my experience, most of those stories are not. So when dads are missing emotionally or physically, what do kids do, guys? They narrate the gaps. They create the gaps. And sometimes it becomes resentment. Sometimes it becomes detachment. So I got a question for you, nation. Ears up in the community. I'd love to hear your feedback. Come join this conversation live, 431-300-3005, or come answer this question in the comments. What story, nation, is your son, is your daughter writing about you right now? And the timing of this is not lost upon me. as we come into the holidays right now. Because I struggle with my own mirror through some of this as I'm building this platform. I work hard. We're all in on this thing. So I ask myself sometimes, is my absence creating stories for my children? And I'm asking myself some of this sometimes, is my absence creating stories that are not generous for my children sometimes? And are there going to be times in the future where my kids resent me because of the commitments that I have to putting this thing together? In the movie, the reunion between Odysseus and Telemachus works because both men are tested. The father returns as a man with a backbone, and the son meets him with growing strength. So again, I throw the question to you guys. Are you building a life that makes your son or your daughter stand taller or shrink? Maybe today is the day you go look in the mirror and ask yourself that question. Maybe you're asking yourself whether presence is a practice, it's not a vibe. I struggle with this daily. Daily. Your kids don't need perfection from you, even though I feel like I need to. I feel like I want them to have a perfect everything, but yet I fucking struggle constantly with it. But I guess our kids need consistency. They need a model for repair, for calm strength, for honesty and loyalty. But what does repair look like if there's conflict? So maybe the question we have to ask ourselves is this. If my son copied me today, if my son sat down and did everything today like me, would his life get better or worse? Oh, that's a tricky question. And then if you don't like your own answer, maybe what you're asking yourself is, what can I adjust? What habit can I adjust the next morning? Because that next morning is 22 hours, 24 hours later. And that's the morning mindset that sets the rest of the day in motion for not only yourself, but also your son. So be honest with yourself, guys. If your son, your daughter had to describe you in 5 words today, this one could be honest. It could hurt. You could maybe like the response. But if your son had to describe you in 5 words today, what would he say? And would you be proud of those words? Or would you wince with those words? So guys, let me close this segment like this. Your son doesn't need a perfect hero. And maybe I need to say that out loud to sometimes believe that myself. No. Your son needs a father whose life matches his words, whose actions follow his words. So the invitation goes like this. Build that life that's worth waiting for. One word, one honest conversation at a time, one repair at a time. That is men's motivation. That's men's health. That's how you win at home. And that's how you still chase those audacious goals for yourself and your son. So guys, as we wrap this up, this segment up, what does present actually mean? What does present actually mean as you go into the holidays today? Is it time? Is it tension? Is it patience? Or is it leadership? All right, there we go. There's our deep dive segment today, guys. You guys gonna go see the movie? I know my experience. Nolan drops good stuff all the time. Always dropping great stuff. So I'm pretty excited to see this new movie with Christopher Nolan, with Matt Damon, and it's dropping this week in theaters. Still put movies, Jimmy. They still put movies in theaters. Yeah, we got John Petra coming in saying, if your son copied your routines for one year, would he be better or worse? I love it, man. I love it, and I guess I can look in my own mirror because I'm watching my boy copy the routines that I have, and I'm hoping he's going to have the same kind of success that we have had along the way. Holroyd, we're going back to the conversation with watching the live event of the guy climbing the building, and Holroyd says, it's like watching Formula One or golf. I'll fast forward to the last 10 minutes when it's over. Well, so Adam, I'm glad that you spend the 2 hours live with us every single day and don't fast forward to the end as well. Hey, so about an hour ago, we had a young lady on the stage, 60-year-old woman who gives you no excuses. No excuses. 5 words, my dad wears a fedora. Nicely done, exceptionally bushy. We had a young lady on the stage who gave you no excuses to get to the gym today and do something exceptional. And there she is right here, putting it up there. Well, I often hear people saying, I don't know how to get in the door. I don't know how to get this. I don't know how to achieve this big goal, or somebody won't take my calls, or this and that. Well, I found a clip from Elon yesterday. Jimmy, let's get this clip from Elon ready, because Elon talks about how he got started and how he basically, where he started, how he started. And sometimes these root stories are so powerful because it's actually not rocket science. It's actually nothing complicated. We heard about Youngblood, the guy who was on Stern Show last week, how he sat in an elevator for hours on end, drumming up interest in who he was. Hey, who are you? I'm Youngblood, I'm a big star. Well, Jimmy, let's run this clip with Elon, because let's talk about how, let's just show how Elon got to where he is today.
At first intent to start a company, I tried to get a job at Netscape. I sent my resume into Netscape, and Mark Andreessen knows about this. But I don't think he ever saw my resume, and then nobody responded. So, and then I tried hanging out in the lobby of Netscape to see if I could bump into someone, but I was too shy to talk to anyone. So I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. So I'll just write software for myself and see how it goes. So it wasn't actually from the standpoint of I want to start a company. I just want to be part of building, the internet in some way. And since I couldn't get a job at an internet company, I had to start an internet company.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So what I love about that, Jimmy, is that it just started, right? And too often we always find excuses. And based upon what I've seen this morning, we got a 60-year-old woman who beat cancer. No excuses. She's like, no, I'm getting on stage. I'm going to go do a trap bar deadlift. And then we got Elon, who's like, yeah, I want to go and do this work, but they're not hiring me, so I'm just going to do it myself. That to me is the difference makers between, the movers and shakers. I know it's a dated term, but, those that decide to get up and get after it, or those that wait for something to be handed to them. Youngblood, we talked about him earlier this week. He did not wait for somebody to hand it to him. Elon's like, well, they're not going to hire me, but I want to go and build in this industry. So if I'm going to go build in this industry, then I guess I got to do it myself. Maybe that's the key message. We need to do it ourselves, right? So, okay, Jimmy, let's keep the show rolling here, man. Let's move on over to the morning focus. I got a Christmas message I want to drop for the nation this morning. A Christmas note from me to you to keep this show rolling on Christmas Eve on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends.
Christmas Eve, and every grown man is running a covert operation. Toys, tape, batteries, smiling like it is peaceful.
Meanwhile, your eye is twitching, your lower back files a complaint, and you are still the designated foundation. No pressure.
Tonight is a mirror. It does not create feelings, it reveals them. Happy gets louder, lonely gets louder, stress gets physical.
And some guys disappear into scrolling, into I'm tired, into anything that dodges the quiet when the lights go out.
The move is not perfect, it is present.
I have a 5-step reset for tonight. Fast, practical, no fluff. Drop one word in chat. What are you carrying tonight? Then stay in the room, emotionally. Morning Focus starts now.
Christmas Eve, the night where every adult is out here doing undercover operations. Yes, Santa's on the way. We're assembling toys with instructions written by some demon. Yeah, true story. How do I do this? We're wrapping presents at 1 a.m. like it's an Olympic sport. We're trying to find batteries. Oh, man. Guys, how about that, eh? You got the AA batteries in the house? Like it's a mythical resource. And then we're smiling at all like, I love this. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, our eye, twitching, lower back is feeling like a formal complaint. But here's what I really think about Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is a mirror. It doesn't create your emotions, you guys. It reveals them. Think about this. And if you're happy, Christmas Eve is going to amplify it. If you're lonely, this is where it gets amplified. This is where that loneliness gets louder. If you're grieving, this is the time of year it shows up like a ghost that you can't ignore. And if you're stressed out, I know you guys. You feel it in your jaw. You feel it in your chest. You feel it in your sleep. And for a lot of men tonight, it's going to be weird because the world expects you, men, you, to be the foundation, to be the strong one, to be the positive one. Now, obviously, our wives are doing most of the work for the children, but there's still that expectation that perhaps you're the provider. Be the fun one. Be the fun dad. Be the steady dad. And you're like, yeah, I'm trying. I'm really trying. But I'm also caring more than any of you can see. Because I know some of you right now are in a house full of people, but you still feel alone. And I know some of you are trying to make this magical for your kids. Me too. But you're also quietly wondering if you're doing enough. Me too. Days like today and tomorrow and the next week, Truth Nation, stress the fuck out of me. Because I don't know if I'm doing enough. Some of you are walking into a family situation that feels like emotional combat. Old dynamics, old roles, old wounds, politics. And some of you, and if we're being honest, some of you use the holidays as an excuse to disappear into the booze, into the scroll, into, I'm just tired. I'm going to sit on the couch and just be myself. It's anything that helps you avoid the feeling that's waiting when the lights go out. And I know because I'm you, nation. I'm you. But here's the thing. The move tonight, it's simple. It's not easy. But it's real simple. And I wrote this. I wrote this for you guys, but I wrote it for me. Because I'm not going to aim for perfect. I'm going to aim for present. That's my goal for the next 24 hours. Because you don't have to win Christmas Eve, because I try to win Christmas Eve. I try to win Christmas. It's who I am. It's how I'm wired. And then I constantly look back at the failure yearly. But guys, here's my invitation for you today. You just have to show up like a man you respect. And I'm going to give you a checklist. I'm going to give you a checklist, 5 things with no fluff. And I'm going to use this myself today. Breathe. Breathe before you walk into a room. Reflect on the loss that you have. Maybe somebody in your life you've lost. In through the nose as you walk out slowly. And tell your nervous system this, that you're safe. Walk up to somebody and say one truth, not a speech, just truth. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Are you glad that you're here? Are you missing somebody? Are you trying your best? But move your body at some point tonight or tomorrow for 10 minutes. Get moving. Walk, push up. Petro, would you walk by your pull-up bar? Do some pull-ups. Stretch. Do anything. Get moving. Because your body, as you go through this season, is either carrying you or it's carrying. But guys, don't wait. Don't numb the moment you've been waiting for today. If you're going to have a drink, be intentional with it. If you don't, protect your peace. Because you're not trying to survive the holiday. I know you. You're trying to live through it. I know you. Because so am I. I'm not a Grinch. I have no desire to be a Grinch. I don't want to be a Grinch, but I struggle with this time of year. Set an intention for tomorrow. I'll be here. Will you? Don't set a goal. Don't set a resolution. Set an intention. As you go through this evening, I'll be patient. I'll be present. And I'll make it simple for you guys. Just one sentence. One sentence to give you today. Because the truth is, your people don't need you perfect. And it's funny because as I speak those words out, I don't believe them. It's fucked. It's actually fucked. I try to be perfect for my kids, my family, my love. And I try to be available. Your kids, your family, they need your eyes. They need your calm. They need you to stay in the room emotionally, not just physically. And if tonight is hard for you like it's hard for me, I want you to hear me clearly, nation. You're not broken. You're not behind. And you're not weak for feeling it. And I have this story for you guys because I feel weak sometimes when I write this and I share this with you. But I also recognize that as I share this with you in my role in this situation and what I'm building here, that I'm just human, like you. And as I sat back and put this monologue together for all of you here today, I come to realize that I'm awake just enough to notice all of this. So if Christmas Eve is hitting you, I want to hear from you guys. Talk to me. Talk to me in the comments. Drop one word. I want one word from you guys right now. One word that describes what you are carrying tonight. One word, nation. What's the one word you are carrying into your space tonight? I don't care if you're Christian, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Muslim. I don't care what you are. Whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're I don't care what you are. If you're a human, you have love. What are you carrying into your situation tonight? Because if you need a place to reset, if you need a place to get comfortable, if you need a place to feel less alone, my invitation to you is this: show up with us. Show up with me. I'll catch you if you'll catch me. Live. 8 o'clock. Eastern time. So, I'm going to look to the comments. We got Derek Johnson saying, don't forget the batteries. Don't forget the C batteries. We got Mike Sullivan saying, I believe you're a great dad to your children, Keith, a great role model, yin yang, naughty and nice, the lion's share. We all need to be a bit naughty to get to our goals, brother. Exceptional Bush, he says, Keith, please don't cry. I haven't even had my coffee yet. Sorry, Exceptional. That's why I got the glasses on. Lauren, I love you too, baby. And you know what, Exceptional? You're right. You're fucking absolutely right. And I appreciate you noticing that. Bro started a whole morning show instead of going to therapy. It's true. You're bang on. You're actually fucking bang on. This show is about me as much as it is about you guys. This show has helped me change my life. And I know it's helped change others. That's why I do it. Crash Out Car says, love your honesty and advice. An Exceptional comes back and says, I don't know who Lauren is, but I can definitely make you way happier than she can, Keith. I don't know about that, Exceptional. But I love the humor you brought to our show, and I love that you're hanging out with us for the whole 2 hours, and I love that you're engaging with me. And we got bullshit Petrocelli coming in saying, yeah, Christmas can really suck in some ways. And we got Crash Out Car saying, virtual trust fall. Holroyd says, never been a fan of Christmas. I put my energy into making it better for others. I love you, Holroyd, because I appreciate you, man. And I find I try to do the same thing. This has been a hard one this year. This has been a hard couple of years for me as I'm building this show with you guys and building this platform. I've been so deep water, as Andersen would say, that I know that I've let things slip. But guys, if you're feeling like I'm feeling as we go through the holidays today, I'll say this again. You're not weak for feeling it. You're just human. And as you get up to join me every single day, you're awake just enough to notice. Maya, let's go to the community corner.
I wrote a beautiful intro, then something stole it. Now I'm freestyle, like a hostage negotiator today. Breathe. Trust his reps, not speeches. Also, whoever took your notes, they move fast. We'll still land this right now. We got a 72-year-old who started climbing at 55 and still sends. If age couldn't talk, what would you start? Vision speeches are cute. Reps don't lie, nation. Competence, care, integrity. Drop one, trust slips. Folks stay polite, then drift. Last one, your table. Builders or complainers. If your circle keeps you broke, change seats. Handsome chief, take it now.
All right, you guys, let's start the conversation over on YouTube. The 72-year-old rock climber who started at 55. This is fucking cool. Jimmy, look at the trends here today, man. We got the 60-year-old young lady who beat cancer who's up on stage doing deadlifts. True story. We got Elon saying there's really no excuse to get after it. I just did it myself. And then we got Matt Raimondo's film following Ian Elliott, 72-year-old Australian climber pushing hard routes, starts in his mid-50s. Guys, dude, age, mindset, not limiting. Ian climbs at grade 28 around age 70. He shows starting midlife and pushing hard into your 70s is actually possible. And Jimmy, we had that guy on the show last week. Well, not on the show, but we had a picture of that 82-year-old bodybuilder. Put your process ahead over your ego. Working moves is what moves forward. Focusing on the next handhold, caring more about being out there than grades. That consistency over the work ethic. The progress, not coming easy, but that sustained effort, the fitness and the mental toughness. And hey, this guy here, he uses his venture as health insurance. He's like, fuck that. I don't want health insurance. I'm going to use adventure. Climbing is his incentive to stay fit. Guys, we talk about it on the show daily. It's about interest. And when Ian Elliott discovered his interest in his 50s of climbing, look what he's doing today. All right, let's move it over to Substack, you guys. Substack is up next here on the show here. Your team doesn't trust your vision. They trust your reps. Don't we all? Isn't that what it is? It's the reps, right? It's the reps. Shane Battier says teams don't buy into a big vision. No, they buy into leaders who repeatedly demonstrate competence, benevolence, integrity through the reps. Oh, is that what it is? Jimmy, Melissa, and everybody at the Mornings in the Lab team, is that what you guys are following me? Is my reps? Not my competence or benevolence or my integrity. No, just my reps. Just true story. Yeah. But there's that trust for me, the competence. They know my stuff. The benevolence, they genuinely care. And the integrity, they do what we say. Because vision without execution doesn't move people. No, your team trusts how you prepare, how you communicate, how you nation show up every single day. I talk to my team about this the whole time. I don't want to manage people. I want to lead people. But to do that, you got to show up with me daily. It's funny. I was talking to a fellow this week. I hired him. I said, hey, can you keep up with me? He's like, sure, I can. I said, no, really? Can you keep up with me? Right? Keeping up is showing up daily. No excuses. Because losing any pillar silently breaks that trust. Oh, well, Keith is kind of being benevolent today, so I don't know. I don't know. Or, oh, he's making a crazy decision, which is kind of questioning my integrity about him. So what would happen is people will stop following even if they remain polite to me. Yes, Keith. Thank you, Keith. But the culture you build is revealed in how feedback lands, how often intent matches your behavior, whether people feel safe speaking up or silent holding it in. Guys, lead through that fog by inviting hard questions. There is not a question that you should not be able to answer from your team. prepare as if that trust is fragile, and show up when no one is watching. That is the magic, right? And then reset daily. So guys, here's my question for you. Are your people, are your family, are your friends, are they following your vision? Or are they just watching you wallow away with your reps? I don't know. Maybe they're just watching you and observing you and judging you. But do you care? Get up, get after it, create that culture, lead through the fog, and invite those hard questions. Let's pivot over to LinkedIn, where Al Kushner does a wonderful job leading all the boring white-collar professions on how to build better LinkedIn profiles. Sorry, Neiman, accountants and CPAs and lawyers, really. Hey, I love all you guys. I love all you guys. True story. Somebody has, listen, I'm recognizing very quickly my role is to say what you're all thinking. It's true. I had a meeting with a guy yesterday, guy making fucking really cool entertainment content. I learned yesterday, actually, here's something I learned yesterday, guys. I'll share with you. I learned yesterday more than ever that I'm in the entertainment industry. The guy's like, do you have an agent? No. Do you have a business agent? No. What are you guys doing about your IP? Not too sure. He's like, Keith, you're in the entertainment business. Oh. He's like, yeah, you're not like just some guy doing a podcast. You are building an entertainment platform. You are like an entertainer. I'm like, oh. He's like, so you might want to be thinking about those things. Oh, naive Mr. Bilous over here. But my point, though, is that, yeah. Well, I don't know what the hell my point is. Let's go to LinkedIn. Rich tables versus broke tables. Which one are you sitting at? Well, Fabian Hansen contrasts conversations at rich versus, this reminds me of my days sitting in Vegas, sitting at the blackjack table. What table do you want to sit at? I want to sit at the table handing out the cash. Oh, yeah. Rich tables talk about automating income, time, freedom, family, presence, shared struggles, solving problems together. The broke tables, yeah, making all the wrong calls. Yeah, hitting on all the wrong numbers. Yeah, those broke tables, they focus on the gossip. They focus on the criticism. They focus on the complaints, envy. They focus on the FOMO, right? And those conversations that we have, well, what they do is they compound. So here's my invitation for you guys tonight at the dinner table. Are you sitting at the table that is the rich table or the broke table? Rico Statue, what table are you sitting at tonight? Are you sitting at the table that's going to just feed the gossip, feed all of the negative energy about Christmas? Or are you going to sit at the table that encourages the conversation around the struggles? Are you going to sit at the table that encourages the conversation around the love of Christmas? Are you going to sit at the table that encourages the conversation about the magic of Santa, who's coming tonight, guys? Make sure you get your milk and cookies out. Men, your job site, your locker room, your group chat, early morning coffee, if dominated by complaining, that same drain that you have is going to apply. So here's my invitation. Replace that gossip with conversations. Solve problems. Be more present with family. Regulate that stress and spend time with men who challenge, support, elevate, not just bond over drama. So guys, Maya, what table are you sitting at tonight? And is it going to make you rich or more broke? Maya Reyes.
Nation, none of that was theory. Late starters still send. Trust comes from reps, and your table is charging interest. If your words are strong, but your habits are weak, people feel it immediately. That gap is where trust dies quietly. So audit 3 things today. What you move your body toward, what reps you show your people, who you sit with when nobody's watching. If this hits, follow us on LinkedIn, Substack, YouTube, tag the next post, and bring a builder with you. Back to the handsome chief. Nation, none of that was theory. Late starters still send. Trust comes from reps, and your table is charging interest. If your words are strong, but your habits are weak, people feel it immediately. That gap is where trust dies quietly. So audit 3 things today. What you move your body toward, what reps you show your people, who you sit with when nobody's watching. If this hits, follow us on LinkedIn, Substack, YouTube, tag the next post, and bring a builder with you. Back to the handsome chief.
What's going on, everybody? I had to sneak away to empty the bladder. Yep, true story. Hey, so I want to lean back into our Christmas conversation today here. So I think where I struggle most, Jimmy, Melissa, is not so much with Christmas itself, but I think it's just this idea of how there's expectations wrapped with it. And I know it's mine, man. I know it's my own mirror. I know it is. I know it is. And I guess what I find helpful is talking about it. And as Exceptional says, I did. I guess I created this this show for therapy. True story. But it's the expectations around Christmas that I think I struggle with most. Right? Expecting to do this, expecting to. And listen, it's not that I don't like expectations, but I'm a soul who I'd like to think I'm a very generous soul. And to those of you that know me, I think would agree with me. I'm a very generous soul. And if I'm being continued to be completely vulnerable with you guys, I have been pouring all of my energy and resources into this morning show platform we are building. And I mean everything, all of my energy, all of my resources, including financial resources, if I'm being really frank. And it's been moving me and my decisions away from the expectations of what perhaps others think about when it comes to Christmas. And I know, well, Keith, this is your shit. It's true. But I guess this is my way to talk about it and help me through my own situation and my own shit that, yeah, this is my own issues, my own head telling me my own stories. This is when I need AJ on the show. These are my own stories, walking me down this path of, nobody's expecting anything, Keith. I know, but that's what I tell myself. Nobody's expecting anything, Keith. I know, but. Nobody's expecting anything, Keith. I know, but. Right? And as AJ and even Johnny would say, dude, there's no evidence. So pick yourself up. Stop being a bitch about it, is what Johnny would say. Stop being a fucking cry. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. We got Bushy coming in saying, Keith, I have a more interesting and important question for our viewers today. Do you wipe standing up or sitting down? Or do you do it in the middle, Bushy? Like, is it kind of like in the half squat? Or is it in the full seat? So maybe Bushy, it's actually a 3-part question. Full seated, half squat, full stand. I don't know. And is it left hand or right hand? Nation, it's an important question from Bushy out there. Exceptional Bushy is asking the most important question of the day today. Is it sitting, standing, and I'm adding squatting? And Sully, you're right, man. Dude, you're absolutely right. It's all in my head. I know it's all in my head. That's why I do this show, to help me with my own therapy and maybe help some of you guys who are going through some of the same shit that I'm going through. It's true. Yeah. Bushy, do you do a stand-up, sitting down, or midway? Just wondering. We talk about squatting here on the show all the time because squatting is an important skill that we need to have as we age. I want to be 80, 90, sitting on that throne, squatting away and be able to do my business. Guys, we're wrapping up the Christmas Eve edition of Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, and I thank you all for hanging out with me this morning. I apologize that it was just me and the talking head, the handsome chief, here today with my guest, Al Kushner, today. John is regretful he was not able to join us today. He had a big internet outage out in Cali. We kicked it off with the Santa conversation, not the cute conversation. No, the real parenting chess match of keeping the magic without losing your kids' trust. So guys, when kids are asking you about Santa Claus today, well, fucking right, Santa Claus is coming. Get the milk out, get the cookies out, get the presents ready, get the fireplace or the door ready, because Santa is showing up. So, we also got into the conversation about deepfakes. And I found this one fascinating, guys, because we are having a harder time telling what is real and not real. And experts are suggesting we lean into our gut, into the emotion of whether it is the right decision or not. But yet people want AI enhanced photos over reality. There's this contrast happening around us. And I suspect it's because we want perfect versions of ourselves. Center stage, we had Al Kushner in the studio. We had a lot of fun with him, man. I may have been the one pitch slapping Al around, and Al, I apologize if you were like, what the hell is this whole thing? But we had a lot of fun with Al here today on the show. Hour 2, we got into the Wegovy pill. We talked about whether your son's going to wait for you. And we close up with morning focus, a little Christmas note for me. You know what I'm talking about. Go back and listen to it. Got a little emotional, guys. Got some shit going on in my head, and it happens over the next 24 hours. So, hey, if you enjoyed today's experience, I got an invitation for you. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and come hang out with us every single day live. 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on YouTube, over there on X, over there on LinkedIn. And yes, we're going to be here in less than 22 hours. Live, Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Have a good day, nation. We're out of here.